Let's talk about it.
Ain't got nothing on you.
Let's talk about it.
Hello, and welcome to the latest edition of Let's Talk About It. We got a real good one for you today, folks. We'll talk about the men's soccer team's historic win over UW-Whiteweater, the football team's loss to the 5th-ranked Titans, and we'll talk to Ian LaMere up from the cross-country team's preparation for conference championships. I'm Rebecca Bartlemy.
And I'm Jeremy Williamson. Here's what's been happening around Pioneer Athletics. As fall sports begin to decline their regular seasons, it seems as if each game's significance rises, and it becomes more important to the remainder of the season to win those crucial games. Last night was no exception as the men's soccer team made a strong case as to why they believe they belong in the NCAA tournament.
All right, so Coach, another big win for you guys. What does this mean for you?
Oh, this is huge. I mean, they just beat the number 5 team in the country. So we prepared all week for this game. We knew what their strengths were. We knew where we could pick them apart, and the guys executed the plan really well. So it's their win. It's huge.
And the last goal from Logan Rinderknecht, how do you think his season's going?
I don't think I have to say much. I mean, he scored a lot of great goals for us. He's our go-to guy. And, I mean, the guy is tireless. He never stops. He always finds a way to put one in the net. And this one was probably the biggest goal of the season so far.
All right, and now you have another game coming up on Sunday. What are you going to do to take it a step above?
Well, I mean, this is huge not only because we beat the number 5 in the country, but we still have a chance to make the NCAA tournament. I mean, we beat Oshkosh, now we beat these guys. So we just can't lay an egg on Sunday. We need to go there. It's senior night. We want to make sure that we perform well for the seniors, and then we want to follow up on this big win here and win the next one, and then hope to play again. You know, we don't want this Sunday to be the last game. We'd like to play more, and I think these guys deserve to play more because they're playing their hearts out all season long.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and congrats again.
Thank you.
I'm here with Scott Civic and Logan Rinderknecht. Now, guys, how does it feel to beat the number 5 team in the nation?
Unbelievable. It was a great game, great team effort. Came out huge. Everyone played their best game. We knew that was going to take. It was going to take a near perfect effort by everyone, and I think that's what happened today.
Coming into this game, I mean, number 5 wasn't really a number to us. It's just another team to beat. This year's for the seniors, and you can't really forget that. They've done so much for us, and playing our hearts out is all that really matters. And topping it off with the number 5 team in the nation just makes it even better. It all started with the defense. It all started with the counterattack, and if it wasn't for Tommy Bitter, I wouldn't have had the ball in the first place for the shot. So I couldn't thank the defense and everyone that kind of built up this play, and it's been quite an experience.
How do you feel the rest of the season is going to go?
I think it's going to go good. Topping these last 2 games against Oshkosh and now Whitewater has kind of really boosted that confidence and has really proved that we are a really good team and that we have a chance at going to the tournament.
And Scott, your senior year now, and you only have a couple games left. How does that feel?
It's pretty emotional. This is going to be a big game, and winning it means we have a shot of making the tournament, and I can't ask for a better opportunity to end my college career on. It's exciting. Looking forward to it, and we just got to take it to Carroll on Sunday. Playing for the team, playing for our school, and I think that's kind of the biggest motivation for us.
All right. Well, congratulations on your win again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
They will conclude their regular season at home with a game against Carroll University on Sunday.
The Pioneer Stadium was packed this past Saturday when the number 12 Pioneer team took on the number 5 Titans from UW-Oshkosh. The Titans boasted the conference leading offense, while the Pioneers had solidified themselves as the best pass defense in the WIAC. The Titans used a 28-point first quarter to propel themselves to an early lead. The Pioneers were unable to overcome their first quarter deficit and eventually lost 63-28.
Junior cross-country runner Ian LaMere has been representing the men's cross-country team exceptionally well this season as one of the best runners in the nation. I got a chance to sit down with him as well as head coach Tom Atczak and discuss how the season has been going as well as the WIAC Conference Championships coming up this weekend.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Williamson, and I'm joined with head cross-country coach Tom Atczak as well as junior cross-country runner Ian LaMere. As far as men's and women's, both teams, how are they looking going into the WIAC championships?
Well, I think our women's team stands to improve quite a bit from last year. We were just talking last night at our team meeting. We probably have more depth than we've had in the last 5 or 6 years. And it's not always your front runners that decide your team score. It's oftentimes your 4th, 5th, and 6th runners that really have a big impact on that. And we feel much better about where we're at in those positions than we've been, like you say, in the last 4 or 5 years. As far as the guys are concerned, obviously we've got some very good runners up front. Ian, I'm sure, is hoping to challenge for the conference title this week. And we've got a couple other guys that should be in the mix for all conference. We only have, I think, 7 or 8 juniors and seniors. Most of our guys are freshmen, sophomores. So you're well aware of how tough our conference is in all sports. Eau Claire is currently ranked number 1 in the country. I believe La Crosse is ranked 6th or 7th. We were in the rankings for a while. We've dropped out, which is in some ways a blessing. We're going there without a target on our back or without having to live up to any expectations. So I'm just hoping that we can put down a good solid race by 5, 6, 7 guys and come home pretty happy.
It's getting a little colder out there. As far as terrain, as far as weather, how's that going to affect the way you run this weekend?
Well, I guess it's interesting. Coach just checked the weather and said it was going to be pretty windy. So usually I end up being towards the front of the pack, and it'll be interesting, I guess. I'm wondering how I'm going to figure out how to run the race. I'm not exactly one of the best kickers in the world, and how to run the race behind somebody and hopefully have a little bit of a windshield.
Mm-hmm. Preparing for such a big race like this, I talked to you guys earlier in the season. You said we're going to save up for the big races. But you've already had a couple really big races. How do you prepare for an event like this as far as this week and going into it?
I guess get sleep, eat right, do my workouts for the most part. Our coach says here all the time, like, if you do the workouts and you eat right and you sleep right, the rest should take care of itself. And going into this meet, that's, I guess, what I'm hoping will happen.
Who are some other the top runners as far as the men's team, and what do you expect to see from them?
Well, one of the other guys that's already gotten some publicity by the exponent, Jason Winchell, who's, he's diabetic, just a little over a year after being diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. He's been running great for us. Maybe working a little bit too hard on some instances. He's a super hard worker, as are most of my good guys. Freshman Zach Lee, who's been a great addition to the team this year. And then we've got 4 or 5 other guys in there. I think of Dan LaCroix, Walker Rhines, Logan Steinoff, and I'm sure I'm missing somebody. Brian Rivers, who are all a good, solid 4, 5, 6 guys, 7 guys. So hopefully some of those guys will step forward and really get after it this weekend and probably hopefully run the best races of the season. The weather would be nice if the weather was nicer, but I always remind my guys, if it's raining on everybody.
As far as what you know about yourself, your timing, your pace and everything, and what you've seen other runners, such as runners from Eau Claire who rank first in the nation, where do you see yourself right now? How is that playing out as far as where you're sitting at within the top runners?
Well, I kind of am hoping to, like he said, be in contention for a conference championship. But there's a lot of good runners out there, and I guess it's going to come down to the race and we have from Eau Claire, there's Josh Thorson is a very talented runner, and there's a lot of runners from a lot of the different schools that it'll be tough to challenge for the conference championship. But I guess I'm more hoping for the team to help too, so that we have the whole team's happy and not just 1 or 2 runners.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I want to thank you for spending the time down here with me and talking cross country.
Great.
That's all. I'm Jeremy Williamson, and this is Let's Talk About It.
The cross-country team will travel to Winneconne, Wisconsin this weekend to compete in the WIAC Championships. The women are set to begin at noon, and the men will begin at 1 p.m.
The women's soccer team lost to Grinnell last night 2-0. They are currently 3-12 on the season, and Saturday will be their last game of the season. Tomorrow night is senior night for the volleyball team as they take on UW-La Crosse at 7 p.m. Well, that's all we have for you on this week's edition of Let's Talk About It. I'm Rebecca Bartlemay.
And I'm Jeremy Williamson. We'll see you next time.